So I think it's fair to say I wasn't expecting this today. I've come down here to check out Daiwa's latest Emblem SCW reels, and just as I was getting some B-roll footage, my left rod absolutely screamed off and resulted in this amazing looking mirror. £28, 14 ounces, completely out of the blue. So let's get a couple of snaps, get her back, and I better do some work, and we'll crack on with the review. Okay, so now we've got that excitement out of the way, let's crack on with the review. Today we are looking at Daiwa's latest offering. They are the 19 Emblem SCW QD 45. Now I'll explain what all of that means in just a second. So let's try and break down some of the massive title that Daiwa has given their latest offering. Firstly, the 19 Emblem should be quite self-explanatory. It's Daiwa's newest model of Emblem reel, made for 2019. Obviously it has a whole host of new features which we're going to be checking out during this video. The 45 stands for the 45mm profile of the spool. After years and years of testing, Daiwa have come to the conclusion that 45mm spool is optimum size when it comes to distance casting. The SCW stands for slow cross wrap. So thanks to a very slow oscillation, you get enhanced line lay, and in turn that gives better accuracy at a whole host of different distances. And finally, the QD stands for quick drag. So Daiwa's famous quick drag system goes from free spool to tight in just a quarter turn. So that's ideal when you've got an absolute screamer that you need to stop in its tracks. Now a nice little touch with these emblems is they actually come with a spare spool in the box at no extra cost. Obviously it's always handy to have a spare spool. You can have braid on one and mono on another, but in this case they actually have different line capacities. The ones I've got on today are classed as the casting spool, and they hold about 300 meters of 0.35mm line. The idea being you can buy one bulk spool, 1000 meters of line, and spool up all 3 reels. This one in my hand now is actually classed as a long distance spool, and it holds over 500 meters of 0.35mm line. Now this is ideal if you're fishing bigger lakes where you can boat out. If you're going abroad, then you've got the option, if you need that bit more line, then you can do. And just while we're on the subject of the spools, both the casting spool which I'm using today and the long distance spool that I have here have a high impact line clip. So it's not going to damage your line at all when you do clip up. Now, I've been using these reels quite a bit today. I've been casting all sorts of different distances. And what has impressed me is, even though I've got a strong wind coming into me, there's crosswinds further out, just how accurate the casting is with them. Now I found a spot about 22 wraps out, and it's hitting it pretty much every time without fail. So as you can see, line literally just pings out from it. There you go, it hits the clip, nice and soft as well from the line clip. And then when it comes to retrieving it, you get over 1 meter of line per turn of the handle. So hit into a little bit of weed now, but on the whole it makes it nice and easy bringing it back in. One thing I did notice as well, just how smooth the drag is when I was playing that fish earlier. If I needed to give it a little bit, it's just a couple of clicks of the quick drag on the front. So you've seen that they can do the job when it comes to casting decent distances, when it comes to line lay, retrieval rate, but how do they actually look aesthetically? Because obviously you're going to spend a lot of time sitting behind them wishing that they would actually do something, which normally for me they don't, but today has been a very rare occasion. So they look really nice. They're pretty much black throughout. The spool itself has Daiwa branding around it. Obviously it tells you what the reel is, how much line it holds, and that's actually in a greyish sort of colour as opposed to white, so it doesn't stand out too much. There's a machine cut aluminium handle, and on the end of that is a soft touch rubber handle knob. So yeah, really nice. They look like a much higher grade reel than what they actually cost, and obviously that brings us on to the price. The recommended retail price for these is £199.99, but if you have a look online, you can generally find them for about 150 quid. So they're a very high-end reel for that sort of money. Don't think you can go far wrong with these guys. Thanks for watching.